We'll bring in Tony Perkins. He is the president of the Family Research Council. Mr. Perkins joins us live here on that topic here. Tony, as we know, Tucker Carlson was Fox's highest rated opinion host at night in prime time. And we're now learning he was allegedly only informed of the network's decision to part ways with him 10 minutes before Fox News put out their statement. There, you see that to Wall Street Journal citing that. Your reaction to this, again, there's still a lot to learn in terms of maybe why they split ways officially. There is speculation out there. But your thoughts on this decision by Fox News?
Well, I think this tells us a lot more about Fox than it does Tucker Carlson. I mean, this is the continuation of Fox's devolution. I mean, this is not the first popular conservative talk show host that they've kicked to the curb. We had O'Reilly, we had Glenn Beck, even Megyn Kelly. And so this is, I think they're shedding their conservative skin is what they're doing. We've watched this process over the last really decade. And it's interesting when we look at our constituency, which we describe as really the core of the evangelical community. We've got a term for them. It's called SageCon, spiritually active, governance-engaged conservatives. They're informed about what's going on. Tucker was the only reason they were going to Fox. Fox is going to lose a huge demographic for their audience by booting Tucker. So the question is where will he go? But the bigger question is this shakeup in media. It's very interesting to watch. It's not driven, as was talked about earlier, by profit. It's an ideological move.
Yeah, and it's interesting, as you point out, to see the reaction that's pouring in, including from politicians. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she went on social media. She recorded a video of herself, and she claimed that deplatforming works when it comes to the departure of Tucker Carlson. Just your thoughts on that reaction?
Well, I think what's happening, I mean, look at Glenn Beck. When he left, he landed on his feet. Megyn Kelly, she landed on her feet. O'Reilly took him a little while. But what's happening is that we have this segmentation of the media. They still have their followers, and it's a big following. I think Fox is going to be the big loser here. I think Fox is going to end up, in line with MSNBC, just another has-been network. I've been around this a while. I remember when Tucker was tucked away in a small office at MSNBC when I used to go do the Hardball show with Chris Matthews. That was back before Barack Obama, before the bifurcation of media really began to rapidly move forward. We're having, what's sad about all of this is that we're seeing a real balkanization of communication and media in our country. What's going to be good for Tucker, what's been good for Megyn and Glenn Beck, is that they really go under the radar of the legacy media. They still have their following, and it's a strong following, and it will continue to influence conservative politics and the conservative culture in this country.
Let's talk about the reaction from media reporting this news. Obviously, there are disappointed viewers of that network making that decision, but there were some happy folks out there as well reporting it. Here's this. Watch this.
Word has just come down that Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways. And thank you for his service to the network and host of the prior contributor. Wave.
Come on, folks. Na, 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 na.
Interesting to watch that. I'm curious to know, Tony, is it the lady celebrating on The View, is that about Tucker's exit, or is that about perhaps the ideology that he stood for going away?
Yeah, it reminds me of buzzards alongside the road, just picking at roadkill. Look, this is about the ideological shift in this country. And what's interesting, again, this tells us more about the media. I've heard these stories where Fox staff were celebrating. Now, I believe about 1/8 of what I read in the legacy media. But let's say that were true. again, it tells us more about Fox. Fox is kind of like what we used to see in Republican picks for the Supreme Court prior to the last administration. They start out as if they were conservative, and they end up becoming just another swamp creature. And I think that's what's happened with Fox. Fox is just becoming another news outlet. And this creates a great opening for those who are conservative and are not afraid to say so and to stand up against the cancel culture. I don't know if it was the fact that Tucker was not attracting the advertisers because he was telling the truth, or again, if it's just the ideological bent that Fox has gone toward. And I think it's probably the latter.
All right. Again, as we point out, no formal reason has been published, and Tucker has been silent, which is somewhat unusual for his personality at this time. But I'm sure when he's ready to speak, he'll let people know where he stands. Tony Perkins, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your time. Coming up.